Hey everyone, it's Sunday and time for the episode number 100 of Record Collecting with the Quill. Well, it's been 2 years and 100 episodes, can you believe it? Well, I can't. What started out as sort of a boring sitting at home COVID project has been now a 2-year project with 100 episodes. And we're going to celebrate. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the background, but of course we're going to look at tons of cool vinyl stuff. I bought tons of stuff this last week. But before we start, you know the drill by now, right, don't you? Make sure you subscribe, hit that little notice bell, and share with your friends. Well, I'm gonna sort of put a little bit of this away. Well, as I said, it's been 2 years and 100 episodes, and I started out, it was sort of a mix between sitting at home and just having nothing to do during the COVID lockdowns, and also around the release of Earthrise with the Quill. We sort of had this idea to do some sort of vinyl related stuff, and it's been a lot of fun actually. It's been a little bit of pressure as well. I started out thinking I should do just a couple of episodes, but then all of a sudden I got viewers, and I got sort of people been sort of writing me with ideas and stuff, and it's always interesting. I do these episodes, I record them every Sunday, and usually I don't really have an idea. I just walk upstairs to my record room, and then I sit for a couple of like half an hour or so and think about what I've been listening to this past week, and what have I bought, and then sort of usually I get an idea, and then I just wing it, which is interesting and fun, and from your perspective it seems like you enjoy it. I have at least around 100 viewers for each episode, and then I have a couple of them that been I think there's a few of them that are over 1,000 viewers, usually Kiss related, so I will continue to make those as well. I had tons of Kiss stuff to show you, but for today I'm going to show you just some stuff I bought recently. I've been traveling around south of Sweden this past week on work-related trips. And I managed to visit a bunch of record stores. Some I've been to before, and a couple of them were new. And I spent, well, a lot of money. I'm not going to tell you, but I found some cool stuff and some records just sort of fitting or sort of completing the collection for a couple of bands. But starting out, I mentioned this album before, Solution Communicate, Nicky Andersson from Helicopters and Entombed. He made 2 of these sort of soul albums with Scott Morgan I think it's around 20 years ago. And I mentioned this before, it was finally re-released on vinyl, 1,000 copies. It's kind of difficult to find the first pressing, so I was really glad this one was re-released. Such a great album, and make sure you get a copy before it's sold out. It's getting a bit tricky to find even now with these 1,000 copies released. Then completing my Bob Dylan collection, I managed to find a really clean and nice Canadian copy of John Wesley Harding, and the one with the original version of All Along the Watchtower. Great Bob Dylan album. I'm quite fond of this one, and I think I'm quite set now for his 60s and 70s and 80s stuff. I'm missing some of the later stuff, but yeah, cool to collect nonetheless. Another guy I mentioned before, one of my favorite Swedish artists, Pugh Rogefeldt. This one's called Människors Hantverk. Sort of a more pop-oriented, was released in the early 90s. He got a big hit in Sweden, but I was quite surprised listening to this one. There's a couple of really cool tracks, more sort of earthy stuff, not pop-oriented, but he made so many great albums. Also got another one of the Roy Buchanan albums. This one called Livestock. Maybe not my favorite one by him, but great guitar playing nonetheless. You can usually find his albums quite cheap. Also fill another hole in the Allman Brothers section, the Brothers and Sisters album. sort of really nice. You have the whole family gathering and the in the sleeve as well. What a great album. What a great band as well. Also got this one, The Bad Company Live at Wembley. At first I thought it was recording with Rich Robinson from Black Crowes. He toured with them a couple of years ago, but this one was a bit earlier than that, unfortunately. But nonetheless, still a great band, Bad Company. So many great songs over the years, so was quite pleased to get it. And a couple of weeks ago, we lost one of the great ones, and I don't think I mentioned it I don't know, it just slipped my mind, but David Crosby, if I could only remember my name, his first solo album, he made so much great stuff, both with the Byrds and with Crosby, Stills and Nash, and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and Crosby, Nash, and whatever. Great musician, and this album is fantastic, quite groundbreaking. Pop music, but sort of a little bit of avant-garde as well, and well, a great one. May he rest in peace. And I got sort of influenced listening to some of the other stuff I had with him, so I bought this one as well, the live album, Four-Way Street. Quite clean. I believe this is a German pressing. Continuing with the, I believe it's the third one, isn't it? Second or third one, Crosby and Nash, Whistling Down the Wire, and also in the same, within the same family, in the Neil Young Comes a Time album, also great, one with more sort of acoustic and country-esque albums. I think I mentioned it before, I've been buying a lot of Neil Young lately. Then I got some heavier stuff as well. That was sort of a little bit of the more of the mellower stuff. I got this one, Mastodon, Crack the Sky. I love Mastodon. I think they are one of the best bands, new bands coming out this sort of last 10-15 year period. Always interesting and always evolving, and this is a true masterpiece, Crack the Sky. And then of course all your favorite sort of 70s music. I got the second The Exercise album by Nazareth. I haven't really listened to this one before, and it was sort of a little bit all over the place. It's Roy Thomas Baker producing, most famous for producing Queen, and it's a little bit of everything on this one. Not as hard as later on, but some cool stuff nonetheless. Another one to fill sort of a hole in the collection, Uriah Heep, the Equator album from I believe 1985. I'm quite fond of these, a couple of the sort of 80s album by Uriah Heep. They don't sound like Uriah Heep, more like American AOR, sort of Foreigner or that kind of stuff. But there were some cool songs on this one. I was quite surprised actually. Another one of those, I got this one, Sweet, Cut Above the Rest. First album they did as a trio. Also maybe not their finest hour, but it was cheap. This one I was quite pleased with. These are usually quite expensive, the vinyl issues of the SPV albums by UFO. This is the Monkey Puzzle album, the last one with Pete Way on bass. Maybe not their best one, but still a cool one. I think there are a couple of really good albums they done with Vinnie Moore on guitar. Have a fold out on this as well. As I said, the last one with Pete Way. That's sort of one of the things that sort of bugs me about leaving Quill. They recorded, after I left the band, they recorded the In Triumph album in Germany at the same time, in the same studio with the same producer as UFO. So they got to hang out with him a little bit. And there's some great stories about the Quill meeting Pete Way and going to dinner. And Pete Way, he was sort of, the producer said, you can't eat with us. You have to sit in the bar and wait for us to eat. And Pete Way, well, he loves the bar. So I've been told. This one as well, Blue Oyster Cult, A Long Day's Night, live album with Bobby Rondinelli from Rainbow and Black Sabbath on drums. Great lineup. I saw them at Sweden Rock Festival with this lineup. Also great band. Another one, quite fond of a couple of the earlier Bryan Adams albums, especially Cuts Like a Knife, and the second one as well. So this one was cheap. I listened to it. It was a couple of good songs, a couple of sort of, I don't know, not that good, but anyway, cheap one. 12-inch AC/DC, Shake Your Foundation. I bought it since it had a live version of Jailbreak, a long one at 30 minutes. Haven't had the time to listen to it yet, but nice one to have. And also my two favorite, I'm the most pleased with. Another one of those sort of inlay Led Zeppelin bootlegs, the historic BBC sessions on this one. They've been officially released since then, but I think these are kind of cool to collect. I have a handful or so of those old Led Zeppelin bootlegs. And also this one, this was my favorite one, and the most expensive one for that matter as well. The Persistence bootleg from San Francisco in 1973. I really love the spoof on the Presence album, the artwork. Really, I don't think you can see it, but he even has sort of printed the title Persistence in the same way as Presence on the original release by Led Zeppelin. Quite a good recording as well. They were great, some great recordings from the 73 tour in America. So, as I said, really pleased with this one. And also, I got one 7-inch as well. The Love Bites single by Def Leppard. I read somewhere, I've been aware of it for quite long, but they released all the high stereo singles. If you sort of collect them all, they sort of make up a puzzle of the whole artwork, save for I think three sort of parts to it. You can buy from some limited edition version or box set or something. So of course, as a collector, I think I have the Rocket one and I have Love Bites, and now just recently I won a couple of auctions for the Hysteria and Animal Singers as well. So not really that expensive, but nonetheless cool to collect. Not the best album by Def Leppard by a long shot, but one of those sort of just for fun, trying to collect them all. Well, that was it. As I said, a great week for collecting, finding tons of stuff, and it's always nice to visit. As I said, a couple of these stores I've been to before, and I knew they were good, but a couple of them were new, so hopefully I'll get to visit them again. Well, that's it for now. Once again, thank you for watching. As I said, I'm really humbled by the fact that we're here at episode number 100, and I still have viewers and people who follow this every week. I tip my hat to you. And hopefully, as I said, we're sort of have a busy schedule coming up with the Quill. As I said, I think I had in my mind that after 100 episodes, that's it. But I think I will continue. This is way too much fun, but maybe not every Sunday. As I said, we're hitting the studio now, so it's going to be quite a hectic time. But I will try to make them as often as possible and aim for Sundays. But who knows? Maybe you'll get a Tuesday episode as a nice surprise. Let me know in the comment section. Do you have any ideas, or what should I sort of do in the future? Let me know in the comment section, and thanks again for watching. And also make sure you follow the Quill on social media, the Quill Sweden. Lots of new stuff coming up. As I said, we had a couple of great rehearsals today and yesterday, so it's going to be so much fun to hit the studio again and work with the guys and making another album, the 11th one. Well, time flies when you're having fun. That's it for now. See you all again next week. Cheers. Bye.